Hey guys, in this video I would like to do a few more samples of factoring quadratics with a greater than 1. And these are the notes from class. Just to recap, we are factoring quadratics, so we're still reverse foiling. Remember, quadratic trinomials are the answer to FOIL, which means we are factoring to create two binomials multiplying. This process is a little more involved because our a is no longer 1. So we want to start off with finding factors of a and factors of c, and then play with our signs and check by checking outside inside. For those of you that don't remember, outside inside is the part of FOIL where you multiply the outside terms and the inside terms. And the reason why that's important is because the outside terms plus the inside terms will make bx, which is our middle term. So let's practice that. In this first example that I'm going to do here, number 2, let me go ahead and cut this out and move it. All right. Okay, so for number 2, we want to factor 8y squared minus 10y minus 3. And we are factoring. There is no GCF. So we're going to go straight to a quadratic trinomial with a greater than 1. We're going to start by listing the factors of 8, which are 2 and 4, and 8 and 1. And then we're going to list the factors of 3, which are simply 3 and 1. And we're going to note that since c, or 3 in this case, since this is c, since c is negative, then our signs have to be positive and negative. And the reason why is because this is, again, the answer to a FOIL question. So this is first, this is outer plus inner, and this is last. And since our last term is negative, that means that we should have multiplied a positive by a negative to get that last negative term. Now we're going to start the process of guess and check. And I'm going to go ahead and guess that, I'm going to put 2 and 4 in first. I'm going to guess 2 and 4, and we're going to check it. So 2y and 4y for my first term. And that works to make 8y squared. We just need to check that it's going to work with our outside inside. So let's put in our last terms of 3 and 1. I'm just going to throw them in, 3 and 1. And let's check to see if that makes our goal. Remember, our goal is to get our outside and our inside to equal negative 10y. So I'm going to check my outside. My outside is right here, and it's negative 2y. I'm going to check my inside, which is right here, which is positive 12y. And it looks like negative 2 plus 12 makes a negative 10. No, I'm sorry. Negative 2 plus 12 makes a positive 10. We need a negative 10, so why don't we just switch the signs around and see if that will work. So instead, let's make this one the positive and this one the negative, and let's check outside, inside again. So my outside is 2y and my inside is negative 12y, and if I combine those, I will get my goal of negative 10y. So there are the factors of 8y squared minus 10y minus 3. The factors are 2y minus 3 and 4y plus 1. All right, I'd like to do one more example with you. So again, there's no GCF here because of the x. This is a quadratic trinomial with a greater than 1, so we're going to guess and check. All right, let's start building factors of a, 2 and 3, 6 and 1. Let's start building factors of 12, 3 and 4, 2 and 6, and 1 and 12. Let's start setting up binomials here. Now our c, first, outer plus inner, and last, this is our goal for check, that the outer plus the inner is a positive 1x. Our last term is negative, so that means 1 has to be positive and 1 has to be negative. And let's try 2 and 3 first. No rhyme or reason here, 2x and 3x. And let's see, we're trying to get a positive 1x. So do I want to put 3 and 4, or I can't put 2 or 6 here. 6 or 2 here. So let me tell you why. So this one's definitely not going to work. And the reason why those won't work is because they cannot go in to a binomial that already has a GCF with it. So if we put 2 in here, we're going to create a GCF between 2 and 2. And if we put 6 in here, we're going to create a GCF between 3 and 6. And even if we swapped them, even if I put 6 here and 2 here, it's going to create, oh no, 2 won't make a GCF here, but 6 will. So like there's no way I can get these in here properly. And the reason why we can't make that GCF is because we already said that this problem didn't have a GCF. We said that at the beginning, which is true. So you can't create one. You can't magically have one appear. So since one cannot magically appear, 2 and 6 are not going to be an option. Unless we choose 6 and 1, then that would be a different scenario. But we committed to 2 and 3. So let's guess and check a little bit with 2 and 3 and see if we can find our answer. So let's try 3 and 4. And we'll check our outside insides until we get something that, you know, works or doesn't work. So if I have to put 3 and 4 in, I have to put 3 here and 4 here. I cannot put 4 in this spot, again, because of the whole GCF issue. So 3 must go in this spot and 4 must go in this spot. Now let's check that outside inside, okay? So we're checking the outside of 2 and -4 to make -8. And we're going to check the inside of 3 and 3 to make 9. And let's combine those. -8 plus 9, does that equal a +1? Is that our goal? +1? Yes, it is our goal. We got it right on the first try. So 2x plus 3 and 3x minus 4. So that was 2 extra samples for you on factoring quadratic trinomials with a larger than 1 using guess and check, and checking by checking our outside and inside terms. Thanks for watching.